Hello guys, so today I want to discuss about sport nutrition strategy. So the first thing I must to tell you is what is my name. My name is Muhammad Hazim bin Muhammad Ghazali. So my metric number is D 2018-108-2233. So today what I want to discuss about sport nutrition strategy. So the first thing is introduction of sport nutrition. What's the meaning of nutrition? Can you see that? Study on a food and nutrient and their effect on the health, growth, and development of an individual. Next, what the meaning of the sport nutrition? They are the field of study that apply nutrition strategy to promote the health, adaptation to train, recovery from the injury, and optimal performance during their training. So, what sport that I choose for male play? So, let's we try it. What the sport I like? There are the sport of rugby. So, rugby union is a high contact team sport. Rugby match have a repetitive, short, high intensity burst of running, tackling, sudden directional change, and high impact collision. Rugby match consists of 40-minute two half with a 10-minute half-time break. So can you see that in the one team of rugby, they are consist of 15 players with the 8 forwards and 7 backs. Forwards are involved in line out, marks, rucks, and scrum, and are typically larger in the structure, depend on greater body mass, height, strength, and power. While the back are involved in more running, relying on agility, speed, and acceleration, and as such are typically smaller, leaner, and lighter than forward. Although back tend to run further distance than forward, forward have more physical contact, which impact energy and recovery requirement. So, what the strategy nutrition of rugby athlete? The main is dependent on the stage of the season. Training involve a combination of fitness training, strength, and possibility work, as well as skill development and practice of the match play. So, how about the calorie intake by rugby athlete? Hmm, athlete. Here, a thought for you. The average rugby player eat double the amount of calorie we do in a day. It sounds shocking on its own, but in number form, it is a real eye-opener. Consider the recommended daily calorie for a man is around 2000 mark. A rugby player will consume up to 3900 calories and more in a single day. For example, that I can give you like a 18 kilogram guys who train 4 times per week and a match at the weekend. There is approximately 3,315 calories per day. Most people find that spreading their calories out between 4 or 5 meals per day is much easier than trying to get them all down in the 2 or 3 plateful. So, what the best element, the nutrition for athlete rugby? The first thing is protein, carbohydrate, water, and fat. So, you can look at the first thing is protein. What the function protein for the athlete? The function is for building and maintaining the muscle mass needed in the scrum. For what the function of the fat? So fat usually provide fuel for the body and protect the vital organ because rugby usually have the high cholesterol. So the function of fat is try to protect the vital organs. Water, as you know, is very important for all people and also athletes because the function of water is try to remain properly hydrated throughout the day. And the most important is carbohydrate. Carbohydrate, as you know, provide the energy needed for the speed and endurance during the rugby match. So for the protein, as you know, you can see that. So usually for the athlete rugby, they can consume around the 2.2 gram of protein per kilo, 1 kilo of body weight. So protein is required to digest and space for your service out in a day. So usually the variety does not contain high fat. Just take supplement protein for the training dia to help to maintain their muscle. So you can see that. So the next is for about the facts. Usually many people misunderstand the fact are really very good for the body and essential part of nutrition. So as you think, you can see that usually fat can intake around 15 or 20 total calorie. By like example, by eat the essential fish oil for your diet. Okay, for next thing is carbohydrate. Usually, unlike endurance and distance-based sport, rugby require a high degree of explosive power. So, carbohydrate is very suitable for providing energy because it can be broken down rapidly. If you refine to carbohydrate like a white bread, it quickly release into the blood, which send your body into insulin produce mode. So if you don't be training, so you just will have no glycogen to store, and it may instead cause fat to be stored instead. Well, another thing is I want to say is about the rugby diet plan. This is my plan for the if you some athlete rugby want to try to use my rugby diet plan. I can recommend for you. So the main thing you must to know uh about the rugby diet plan. There are there are a few rules for this. First, you must know about daily protein target. Then try to replace the snack with healthy option. Do not just eat just do not eat, do not eat the not unhealthy snack. Thirdly, try to build mass by eating 4 meals per day. Next, manipulate carb intake. And number 5 is high carb intake pre-match. So guys, we are not just talking food volume. We are not just talking food volume here. Yes, the world best rugby player don't have to put down a lot of calorie to maintain their size and strength, especially with such a heavy training load. But they also have to do it the right way, which make the quality of the calorie they are consuming equally as important as quantity. You know that the training block during the prison period is intense, and at the elite level can include 2 or 3 training seasons a day. This can significantly impact on energy expenditure. While during the competition season, the main focus is to try provide adequate nutrition for training and recovery, while maintaining the body composition. So, the athlete must take care about how their nutrition to consume while during the competition season or during the training season. So you can know that nutrition is very many. So first thing is pre-game. What time to eat pre-game? Eat a pre-game around 3 or 4 hours before the start of. Because why? It's important to start match with full energy so that they comfortable with period to the match. Some suitable There are some suitable pre-game meal idea can I include this. Like example, right, a sandwich with chicken and salad, bowl mostly with yogurt and berry. That you can see that. Next, baked potato top. It's good for carbohydrate. So many players will also have additional small snack around 1 or 2 hours prior to game because I think because they feel hungry. So sometimes something is like there is a rich with carbohydrate, but relatively low in fat and fiber, so they are easy to digest. So I recommend is like a peanut butter or a cake, pickled with honey. So what about during game? During game is like a during break in a play for kicking or injury time. Usually, cannot eat a heavy food because we must to take the most important is try to limited try to limit the consume of food during a rugby match. Because why? There are opportunity to try to athlete to consume their water after the game, during the game. So try to take fluid as much as possible. For example, like drink water, like mineral and sport drink. And also you can get, for professional athlete, usually use carbohydrate gel. So during a post match, end of a match and next training session. Usually, for post-match recovery, used for recovery, not to enjoy takeaway, just to recovery from their body to get consume enough protein, enough nutrition after the match. Because to ensure repair and recovery of muscle, promote growth and reduce muscle soreness. So, if try to consume to replace nutrition-rich carbohydrate to assist the replenishment of glycogen carbohydrate. So, for this is example for the meal for a post match. Burrito ball, example for easy to wraps, and the pasta with the more meat based on or tofu vegetables stir with the rice. Right, and focus here with lean meat and cheese. So that's all for me. Thank you.